grains couldn't find much to be positive about at the end of last week, and neither did feeder cattle ahead of the semi-annual USDA cattle inventory report. Ag Day's Michelle Rook looks ahead to this week in Markets Now.
Well, grain and livestock futures all in negative territory last Friday. Allison Thompson with the Money Farm is joining us with analysis. And boy, the sell-off that we saw in the commodity sector was ags, it was softs, it was everything, wasn't it?
Yes, we definitely had a broad market sell off to finish the week last week. And a lot of it had to do with just macro markets. We were talking about the Fed and policy, and those things obviously play into that big macro environment. And obviously, has effect on grains and also livestock here. So we'll definitely be watching it as we go into the rest of the week.
When you look specifically at the grains, though, corn, wheat, soybeans, they had all went up to the upper end of their trading ranges as well and couldn't get through those areas, right?
Correct. We did go into some resistance areas, and the trade just really failed to hold above those levels. And we saw pullbacks within the sessions last week. So the trade's clearly not comfortable pushing those limits unless we get some kind of fresh news to go with it. We're talking about demand, we're talking about biofuels, but nothing concrete or new to really fuel that move. So those are things that we're definitely going to be watching here as we retest some of those levels, is if we're getting some fresh fundamental news to give us a boost behind it. If not, some of these outside markets are definitely going to be things in the background that could give us some support or continue to face resistance at those levels.
So, Allison, as you start a new week, you start a new month. Do you think we're going to see some of this reallocation of these assets continue?
Yes, the funds definitely have a way of shuffling money around. And one of their main rotations, especially across commodities, is going from the hards, which is metals, and then flowing into energies and finally grains. So, with what we saw to finish the week of obviously a big sell off in the metal markets, they could be stepping into oils coming in here next. We're talking about some geopolitical tensions with Iran coming up. We're also talking some more cold weather coming through. So, we've seen that support the energy markets. And of course, with grains too, we have a lot of unknowns here, not only with what we're going to be planting this next year, but also what South America's crops looking like. That's something we should know more here in the next month. And those are things that could definitely affect money flow.
Allison Thompson with the Money Farm, that is Markets Now.